Free Spirit Equestrian. My name is Shay, and this is my Appaloosa gelding, Prince Charming. So in today's video, I'm gonna show you 8 exercises that you can do with your horse to kind of loosen them up, do a little bit of body work and massage, and this really helps me before my rides, after my rides, in between riding, and especially for a horse like Prince Charming, who just went through a rehabilitation process. If you don't know about his story, his playlist is below. You can check that out. Very interesting. So for those of you who have been watching Prince Charming's journey, he's doing really well. Right now it's winter and it's really cold today. So it has been pretty warm this whole winter, but we got hit with a big snowstorm and now it's pretty cold. So today I decided, we're not gonna ride. Yesterday we did groundwork, and today we're just gonna do a little bit of body work. And that's why I was like, well, I wanna show you guys some of the techniques that I use and do. So disclaimer, I do wanna say that I am not a body work professional or a massage therapist. These techniques and these exercises, I've learned them from other professionals. I've learned them from reading books or from my own research and experiences, okay? So I just wanna put that out. He is so funny. I just wanna put that out there. I think it's really good to bond with your horse and to not always just get them out and, hey, let's train today, or hey, let's go to work. Sometimes it's just nice to pull them out of the field, tie them, and just do a nice body work session. The horses really appreciate it. It's just really rewarding for me as well, or as an equestrian, to see the horse relax. And I just think it's really important. That's why I wanted to share it today. The first thing that we're gonna do is the HYOID release. Now there's a couple ways to do this, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna take my gloves off for this because I'm gonna put my fingers in his mouth. Okay, so the HYOID apparatus is the tongue that connects all the way to the tail. Horses can carry a lot of tension in their jaw and their TMJ and throughout their entire body. So mobilizing their jaw is really important to release tension. Signs of horses releasing tension can be licking, chewing, it can be blinking, their lip could quiver, yawning, blowing out. Those are signs of releasing tension, okay? So there's a couple ways that I mobilize his jaw and work the HYOID apparatus, and I'm gonna show you. There's a couple ways you can do this. I'm gonna rest my hand behind his chin and put my thumb behind his incisors. Some horses you can just set your thumb on their gum, or sometimes you can rotate it. So he is very animated with his tongue, so I just kind of set my thumb right behind his incisor and I don't really do anything. I apply barely any pressure. Now see how he's mobilizing his jaw? That's gonna get him to release tension. Now, some horses you can do both sides at the same time. He can be a little harder, so usually I'll just do one side at a time, but some of my horses I can do both. And then release. Good boy. There you go. So if I have a horse that's really nervous or they just carry a lot of tension, I will do this before my rides. And a lot of times at first they don't know what you're doing, so they might be like putting their head up and resisting a little bit. He's just very animated. He's used to this. He's just has his own way of releasing. Good. The second way that I release tension in the jaw, see, he's kind of stretching down. Good boy, good boy. Okay, then we're gonna do this. So I'm gonna cup my hand, so you need to be careful. I'm gonna slide it up his lip and on his upper gum, okay? Now he's carrying tension because I can feel he's a little tight there. And I'm not pushing, I'm just holding, okay? And that way, if he wants to press against my hand, I'm gonna let him choose how much pressure, but I'm just gonna stay with him. Good boy. And I have a whole video talking about the HYOID. It's from when I first started my channel, but it's there. And release. Okay, so that's exercise 1. Next, we're gonna do butt tucks. So this, you need to be really careful. Some horses might strike out, some of them might love it, and you just need to be very conscientious. So disclaimer there. You're gonna see what he's gonna do. I'm gonna put my fingers on him and he's gonna tuck his butt. Horses cannot really naturally do this on their own. They do it in regards to a stimuli. So for example, a cold hose or my fingers pressing down. What that does is releases tension all along the lumbar area, the whole sacrum, which for him, he had an SI ligament injury on his right side, and now it's healed. So this is really good to just release that tension. Their whole hind, it's really good. It also kind of engages their core and can strengthen them too. So I'm gonna show you how to do this, and I'm only gonna do it a couple times. Good boy, good boy. Good boy. So some horses, like I said, you need to be careful. They might kick out or strike out. He does really good. Again, he's just kind of moving side to side because at first they might not realize what you're doing. I mean, you're just putting your hands on their butt and they're like, what are you doing? But he's super good. I really like this exercise. I think it really helps the horse, helps loosen up, you know, that hind end in this whole sacrum SI area. So yeah, really great exercise to do. Just be careful. You can see how he kind of tucked under. Really good. Since we're focusing on the hind right now, I'm gonna show you what I do with tail lifts, rolls, and pulls. Same thing. This is gonna relieve tension in the sacrum, SI, lumbar region, and it's also gonna release tension in his entire spine because of course that tail, it's connected, okay? Horse, everything connects in the body. I mean, we know that, but it's really important to think of how it affects the overall body of the horse and also that specific area. So you have the tail. Some horses might clamp their tail down, okay? And again, please be careful when you're behind a horse. Be conscientious. Ease into it. Don't force it. Just go slow. He's pretty loose in his tail. I feel a little bit of tension. And you're gonna place your hand behind the dock of the tail, okay? And you're not squeezing the tail and you're not pulling. You're gonna be very gentle and slow with these exercises. So I'm gonna do some tail lifts here. So just very gently up and release. This also relates to the hyoid because it connects all the way the tongue to tail, okay? So another great exercise to do after you've done the hyoid. And I do this about 10 times, okay? Then what I'll do is tail rolls. So same thing, dock of the tail and just slow and just a nice, gentle, slow circular motion. I'm gonna go up just a bit more. And I'm gonna do that 10 times this way and then 10 times the other way, okay? So tail lifts, tail rolls, and then there's the tail pull. So this is kind of the big finale of this exercise. Again, you're not pulling hard on the tail. You're just gonna be at the dock of his tail with your hands. Now I'm gonna use 2 hands and just lightly and release, okay? Lightly release. Good boy. Okay, now we're gonna do some wither wiggles. This is just a very subtle exercise, but I would say almost every horse is gonna carry tension in their withers, so this is a great one to do. So I'm just gonna kind of start up here, and I'm just kind of going like this. It's almost like, I'm not really doing a circular motion and I'm not pinching, I'm just kind of like wiggling a little bit, okay? And every horse might like different techniques or different exercises. And I'm just gonna kind of massage here a little bit. Good boy. He's like, what are you doing? And of course, withers are a sensitive area on the horse, so you wanna keep that in mind. And some horses get sore at the base of their wither too. Good boy. So he's relaxing his eye right now and quivering his lips. So I'm releasing some tension there. Yeah. So you wanna, it can be very subtle signs, but looking at the horse's eye will tell you a lot. And their lip, you see him? Look at the lip, look at the blinking. He likes that. Like I said, massaging and wiggling at the same time. I'm kind of just seeing wherever he's sore, I'm just gonna hang out there for a second too, or wherever he's releasing tension, I should say. Good boy. You like that? Good job, buddy. Good boy. Wither wiggles. Okay, so now we have exercise number 5, which is gonna be some neck massages, some neck rubbing and releasing tension exercises. So you have a few muscles right here.
On the neck, you have the splenius, brachiocephalicus, and then you have the serratus as well. So those are our target muscles we're gonna be massaging.
And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go upward and just kind of massage in circular motions. A lot of horses carry tension in their necks. And again, I'm looking at him for signs of releasing tension. And I'll just spend my time kind of working that out. He likes that. You also have the nuchal ligament that runs all the way up here. It's literally a ligament that attaches and holds the horse's head up and neck. And it's insane that this head is held up by just a ligament. So if you damage the nuchal ligament, no, that's what's responsible for allowing the horses to graze. I'll kind of just do this too. And just, you hear birds? Good. So just these little circular massages. Some horses like this too. And you want to start with light pressure always, and then just build on what the horse likes. And you can work all the way up to the pole and just kind of massage there. And just feel like right there, I felt a spot. So I'm just gonna hang out there. Good boy. Might do a little rub there. Hi. Good boy. So some horses just like different things. So it's not a specific exercise. It doesn't really have a name. I'm just kind of massaging his neck, but I've just noticed a lot of my horses really like it. All right, in our next exercise, we're gonna do some leg stretches. So this can really help reduce tension in the shoulder and just along the entire leg and also up to the withers and neck.
As you can see here, I'm lifting his front leg and just doing very slow circular motions. This is really good for loosening up his shoulder and just gaining more mobility in his leg and shoulder movement. Also just really helps with overall strengthening. And then of course, a nice stretch at the end so he can relieve all that tension throughout his body. And we're gonna do the same thing on the other side as well. For some of the exercises, you see that I tied Prince Charming. For some of them, I also want to make sure that he's not tied so that he can give good releases and good stretches. It just depends on your horse and the exercise you're doing, so just take note of that. But here, Prince Charming is very relaxed. He has a loose lip, a calm, kind eye, and I can definitely see that he's releasing tension in some ways and that he's enjoying the leg stretches.
Good boy, good boy. Now we're going to do the back legs.
Same concept here. I'm going to lift his back leg and do slow circular motions. And then what you're going to see is I'm going to pull it forward and then I'm going to pull it back. And that's just really to flex his hip, give him a nice hind stretch, and really just stretch out those muscles in the back and also the ligaments too. Make sure that you go really slow with these stretches, and that if the horse is really pulling back, just give them their leg back. Obviously, you can hang out there for a second. You're going to see what I mean here. Prince Charming kind of wants to pull his leg back, and I take it really slow. But if they want their leg back, make sure you give it to them because they could possibly kick out or be in pain or lose balance or, those type of reasons. So just take it really slow. On Prince Charming's right side, he was a little stiff, which makes sense because, again, that's his injury side, and lifting up his leg is engaging those muscles and ligaments. Even though he's healed, it's still going to take a while to fully strengthen, and he still might have some stiffness there. So I took it slow, and we got the stretch we wanted, and then we're able to extend too.
Still a little stiff in that back right a little, which makes sense. Like, again, it's a cold day. Right now, our ground sucks. So we had so much mud, and we have clay. Which, if you know what clay is, you have horses on clay, you understand what I'm saying. But we have clay, so basically it was super muddy, and then it got all cratered and then froze. So it sucks. Luckily, it's cold enough I can let them out in the pastures because the ground is frozen and there's snow, so they won't ruin the grass. And they've been able to run around out there. But in the paddocks, it sucks. So it's making the horses a little bit stiff, and they're not getting as much movement, which is normal in the winter. But yeah. So this is also why it's really good to do these exercises. All right, so the next exercise you can do is back muscle massages. So the longest muscle in the back is the longissimus dorsi. And there's a ton of muscles here. And we're just gonna do very small circular massages along his entire back. We're gonna massage here. And horses will tell you if there's a certain spot that they're holding tension. So just paying attention and just going slow. And I'm just using light to medium pressure right now. And I do this on both sides. Also, I'm not an expert on anatomy, so forgive any pronunciation. I'm aware of the anatomy. I'm just not really good at like saying it out loud. But in my head, like I know what I'm talking about, but it's just hard to say it out loud because I don't talk about it on a regular basis. So don't judge me. I'm just showing you what I do. So you're gonna do these exercises on both sides and just feel where the horse is responding. And if there's a spot that they're holding tension, like right here, he's blinking, his lip is quivering, I'm just gonna hold. And then massage. Then the other side as well. You can't see me because I'm too short and he's tall. There's a spot right there. Kind of right above his flank, a little in front of it. So I'm just gonna hold my finger there and he's releasing. Good boy. Good boy. So just doing back massages is really important too. Again, most horses carry tension in their back because obviously we ride them. Even with a proper fitting saddle, that can still be the case. So it's always an area I try to focus on. Another exercise you can do is carrot stretches. So he's already like, I know what we're doing. I usually will use a treat. And see, he just stretched his little neck there. And then we'll let him chew that. And then let's try and see if he'll go down. Come on. Good boy. That was pretty good effort there. Very good. Good job, buddy. He said, yeah, I'm a good boy. And then we'll see if we can get him to do this side. Are you distracted? Good boy. He's like, I'm still finishing this tree. Over this way. Good boy. Good boy. What ends up happening is people will hyperflex their horses. If you see somebody turning their horse's head and it's really, really kind of hyperflexed that way, that's not good. Of course, there's gonna be situations you have to do that one rein stop, or if you're training a younger green horse, like I understand that. But in general, that's not desirable. You want the horse to have balance. Here. So let's try this one again. So I'm gonna kind of ask him, here, goof, to go more this way, if he will. Good boy. Come on. Yep. And more down and out. That was really good there. So you can have them tuck in between their legs. You can have them come to the shoulder. I think that there's definitely beneficial reasons to have them do a little bit of hyperflexion, but you don't want to do that on a regular basis. So yeah. All right, horse lovers, we have quite a few thank yous to do. Thank you so much, Karen, for these gait chains. Really appreciate that. And also, Karen, thank you so much for this Mainly Long shampoo. I love this brand. It's like my favorite. Thank you so much, Roxy, for this really cute coat for Mr. Buzz Lightyear and this matching cotton lead. I love them. Also, thank you, Lisa, for Buzz's really cute little plaid coat. Now he has two. I'm so happy. Thank you, Hannah, so much for these toe warmers. Definitely need these in the winter. Thank you so much, Kimberly Cole, for these clean tracks. So it's a deep hoof cleanser. Highly recommend this. I love using these. Definitely check them out. Thank you, Lisa Strong, for these riding breeches. They're insulated, so that'll be perfect for winter riding. Can't wait to wear them. Karen, thank you also for this trail bag. Can't wait to use this too. And for this cotton lead that you got us as well. Thank you so much, Denise, for these floral fly masks. So there's 4 of them, and they're all matching. Oh, the horses are going to look so cute in these come spring and summertime. Thank you. If you want to support Free Spirit Equestrian, you can order us something off our Amazon wish list. Link in the description, and we'll give you a shout out. Thank you so much, horse lovers. All right, horse lovers, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notifications so you don't miss anything Free Spirit Equestrian. I really hope that this will help you with your horsemanship journey, and it's just a great thing to do as far as releasing tension with your horse, building a bond with your horse, so on and so forth. So I'll see you next time, horse lovers. Bye.